She stood up real close to the glass where the smaller animals live, and she complained she couldn't see many animals from that position. I explained to her that in order to be able to see the majority of the animals in any enclosed area, she's going to need to stand further back. She simply didn't get that in order to see the fuller picture, she needed to take a step back in order to gain more perspective. Now, she was thrilled to learn this very simple principle. When I work with couples, they often find it very difficult to acknowledge what their real challenge is because they are so enmeshed with what they're dealing with. They have little perspective. They're standing too close to the vantage point. They just can't see the bigger picture. They can see their own perspective, but they find it so difficult to recognize their impact on their partner. And the reason we often can't understand our impact on our partner is because of three main things. First, our own fear of losing our own point of view. Second, our fear of not being seen and heard by our partner. And third, our own laziness, meaning we just can't be bothered and we want what we want when we want it. The first two reasons for not being able to see someone else's perspectives are the fear of not being acknowledged and losing our own viewpoint are most often embedded so deep in our subconscious we don't even know what we're fighting for. In other words, we know something's important, but we don't know why. And these reasons are often so deeply held and so raw and painful that even admitting them to ourselves is hard. And often this fear of losing ourselves comes from a much deeper and scarier place. Perhaps we never felt seen in our families that we grew up in, or when we were seen and heard, we were made fun of. The fear of our own point of view not being heard and acknowledged is a big one. And let's be honest, it's painful to admit that we have this deep need for being seen and heard and acknowledged, especially when this is something that we've been dealing with for so long. Now, the third issue, our laziness, is often a cause for losing perspective because of our apathy, or an outgrowth of the other two reasons. Because we just didn't receive the attention that we needed and we crave from our parents and caregivers, we develop a bit of a hardening and we find it difficult to be soft with the one that we love. We want them to be there for us, but we don't necessarily want to give in to them. For some of you, this might be bleeding obvious. For others, this might be a real aha moment, when we can allow ourselves to fearlessly take a step back and know that seeing things from our partner's perspective not only won't kill us, but more importantly, will energize the relationship. It'll make you feel closer to one another because then they'll want to see your perspective. The more you're modeling for your partner or date about how to create a loving and dynamic relationship, the more they're going to want to return the favor. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more about how to create healthy and dynamic relationships, feel free to hit subscribe and you'll get all of my videos right into your inbox.